come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. Keneduagu now out of his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. They'll get this to the 24, and it's second down. Not a whole lot there. The defense. For that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Play fake. Cousins. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing is Cousins. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hawkinson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable. And sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
On 1st down, Anthony. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Credit that sack to Marcus Davenport.
Well, you just knew that these rushers were eager to do that today. Put him on the ground. Their plan, introduce themselves individually to this rookie quarterback. They set a load a big way there with a loss of double-digit yards on that sack.
They're going for Jefferson downfield. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here because your offensive quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll run
run with Pollard to begin the drive. Room here to run. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Now for the point after. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys.
Makes the score Cowboys 7, Vikings 0.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Nwangu now from his own zone. And he stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Vikings now to start their next drive. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is in his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, "Let's go, big boy. You're still our leader."
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Now a give running right, it's Cook. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. The Vikings at 2-0 here to begin the season. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run again on 1st down. Cook. They find some open field here. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A big run there. 29 yards and a first. I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
Now this throw caught left side. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
That's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive. Come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Up the middle, it's Cook. And all the way down inside the 5 and the 4. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Cook will take this into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Able to punch it in on 3rd down. Makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, because you feel the exhale because they were already thinking ahead as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating when we'll have to make the call. They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Cowboys! Tony Pollard with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7.
14, Vikings 7.
Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. Now a crease here as he's passed.
Shit, dude, I knew this shit was gonna happen.
Nwangu. He will take
The only fucking matter of time.
touchdown, Minnesota.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now the touchback's coming back to the 25 instead of the 20. When guys field it that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. Shifts past him. 157 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. This defense for the Vikings, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
On second down, it's Pollard. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far in this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked by the linebacker, Brian Asamoah. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
And he's got this to Jefferson. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. A quick throw down complete to Ross. And out of bounds right around the 20. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Throw. Anthony. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Touchdown, Vikings! Dalvin Cook, he scored on the ground and through the air as his guys have now moved out in front. Out for the PAT, here's Johnson. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Here's Johnson set and ready to kick this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
At their own 28-yard line.
Here we go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Here's Pollard again. And some room to work. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 214 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And he's got this down to the 35. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. You didn't get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They go back to Pollard on second down. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Well, they come with a jet sweep here as Burrow just taps that forward. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A second and 11 from the 19. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third. Now Burrow. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. Yeah, the Cowboys are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
He was brought down at the 4-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Big play coming here. It's third and goal.
11.
They'll run left with Pollard.
It looks like he's going to be stopped short of the first down by about a yard. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
Burrow going to keep it himself, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Joe Burrow, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Cowboys' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. Fields it right around the goal line. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think.
Wow.
He goes left side. He's at the 30. 10, 5, touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook with career touchdown number 70. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Here's Johnson set and ready to kick this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. He's at the 40, 20. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Cowboys. So it's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's going.
Yeah, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Taken from about the 12. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He finds the speedster Ross. That's complete. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. On 1st and 10, Anthony, he's going to let this go. Back of the end zone, and that is incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Anthony lets it fly for Thielen. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly. Take a shot at the end zone. They went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Anthony. And this one is incomplete.
Basically, you're not going to outwork two guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else with the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That is bombs away right there. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there's still something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. Taking it about the 1. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome you back now alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. He will score. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Again, help it, partner. I get fired up. 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns in the same game. This is fun to watch.
Yeah, we call a lot of games in a lot of different places. Sometimes it seems like we do it simultaneously, but we rarely get to see this. Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Cowboys 35, Vikings 31.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. Fields this way up at the 17. And what a return. Great field position all the way out to the 48 there.
Well, fit me for a neck brace, partner. 1 kickoff return in one direction for a touchdown, and the other one, they almost broke going back the other way.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Looking to throw. Anthony. Got a man open. It's Ross. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Cook up the gun. And he's going to get this inside.
Doesn't make any sense, man.
142 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Anthony. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Cook following the penalty. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Looking to throw. Anthony. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 16. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Cousins gives way to Cook.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. Here's Cook again. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Third down, Dalvin Cook. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Field goal unit and Brian Johnson out there. This will be spotted at the 20, so it's a 30-yard attempt. And Johnson's kick is good, and that'll bring him back within a point. So a response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 4th quarter. Just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. And Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground. Here's Brian Anger now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. Dances by him. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not...
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown.
Justin Jefferson.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Vikings have retaken a 3rd quarter lead.
The Vikings leave the offense on the field as they're going to line up and go for 2. Cousins will try and throw. And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is a big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it, because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius, as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
They go back to Pollard on second down. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, Burrow. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And he knocks the ball away and it throws incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And taken right on the 30. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. To the 43, second down. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Anthony. Over the middle, complete. That's Ross. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Throwing on first down. Anthony. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And this is Cook inside the 5. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Here's Johnson set and ready to kick this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They go back to Pollard on second down. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. Play action. It's Burrow. He'll find Lamb crossing the formation for the catch. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Rakisin. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here and maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Looking to throw. Anthony. Crossing route complete to Ross.
Don't make no sense, man.
They'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock?
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Jesse Bates. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Nuwanger now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Vikings now to start their next drive. And now this fourth quarter becoming very interesting. That pick six makes this a one-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
To throw on third down, Anthony. Open here, Adam Thielen. He gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. That one good for 24 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. Takes it to about the 37. Kelvin Joseph that time in on the tackle. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we got a one-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They run it again with Cook. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 160 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here to have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I put the word big in capital letters here. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And able to complete it to Moreau. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit. And that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Left side, Cook. Taking it right down Broadway. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Getting the ball is Cook, running left. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. 2nd down, they go right back to Cook. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Johnson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So barring something extraordinary in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores, so, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
2-score game.
Onside kick to get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Rocky Sin. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Cousins just going to take this one down to a knee and end it. Well, Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense is certainly who were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Minnesota, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll have another home date next week as the Detroit Lions come to town. Meanwhile, for Dallas, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they will be at home next week to take on the New York Giants.
I don't know who I would be, but here I am.